Hello everybody, November 7th, 2017. Hope everybody had a good weekend and continue praying for those survivors and loved ones who were left here, grieving the loss of their loved ones who were shot, killed in a senseless killing. Yet another one in Texas, not far from here actually, about an hour away. Know that they are being processed into the light. And as I mentioned on Facebook, I did receive a message from what sounds like a child, not a small child, but a child, youth, who had passed. I received yesterday. So that'll be posted, or already will be posted by the time you see this video. So it's a lovely message. It's very similar to all the other ones I've gotten from various victims of mass killings and catastrophes, earthquakes, plane crashes, tsunamis, mass killings. Always fascinating to listen to what they have to say. The one similarity is that they're aware of what's going on around them, then suddenly there's a light and the voice is telling them, it's time to go. And they're hearing this and they're actually leaving before their body actually stops functioning. So again, that ties into what Jesus said: those who believe shall never die. Truly believe shall never die. Not just saying I believe in Jesus and I believe in God. No, it's more than that. You gotta truly believe with every ounce of your being, to the level of absolute certainty, knowledge of His existence and His love for us. Then you will be lifted out, soul will be lifted out of your body for the substance of pains of death. Therefore, never die. I'm speaking at the soul level, spirit level. I got one short old message to read, and then early message, then one later on from a year ago, not quite. An example of a soul that's with me now, that spirit that's with me now, that knew me at the time of his death. So it's kind of interesting. Then I got to talk to you. Quick couple things I want to mention. Okay, this is number 104, which probably places about fall of 2008, 9. Seek and you shall find what lies hidden deep within mind. Through the sacred door you must pass. Use the key, holds no mass. Glorious light was always there, joyous beauty beyond compare. Speak to you in riddle and rhyme, done this way since beginning of time. Parables, analogies meant to teach, meanings are there within your reach. Take the path that leads you home, to shores of peace, heavenly loam. Embrace the source of all there is, and then you'll know you're always His. Pretty short, pretty sweet, to the point. Seek and you shall find, again, talk spiritual terms, not physical world terms, what lies hidden deep within mind. It's locked inside of us. Through the sacred door you must pass into heaven. Use the key, holds no mass, which is that key, that kind of invisible key of forgiveness that He gives us. When He forgives us, so here's like a key. Use that when you need it to get into heaven by forgiving others. And like those who I help get the light from the mist in between, they basically are giving me a kind of a spiritual key, helps you unlock and activate the gateway, which they go through. But all others, you need to use that key that He gives you to give back, to unlock your heart, to unlock that doorway into heaven, so that you can get through into the light, where He wants all of us. Glorious light was always there inside, joyous beauty beyond compare. Speak to you in riddle and rhyme, which is these messages done this way since the beginning of time. Parables and analogies meant to teach. Jesus used parables, I use analogies, which are just, parables were just analogous stories. Meanings are there within your reach. It's just there, just ask to understand them, and you can be able to grasp hold and understand discern what they mean. Take the path that leads you home to shores of peace, heavenly loam. Embrace the source of all there is, and then you'll know you're always His. So again, it's always there. It's there for you to reach out and take, grab hold of. Now this is an example of someone who is with me, and they kind of made themselves aware, or made me aware that they are here through this message. And hopefully I pronounce this correct. Unto the hills of Moran Ach Mar, sounds very old Gaelic, or Celtic, we march away to war. Side by side we took our parts, following that which lie in our hearts. You and your sword, your truth, your word, I died before thee, left this world free. Slaves no longer we fought and died, many a mother that day cried, thousands upon thousands by war's end, father, brother, enemy, friend. What the cost, none could say. We paid it full upon that day. We both were firm in our belief. Take back our lives from the thief. No man can own another man. This was not part of God's plan. Brother to brother, my friend, from the beginning to the end. Long ago places, so many faces, lay dead and dismembered, and yet no one remembered. Try as they might to find any evidence of what passed that day, hidden away by divine providence, left to rot where we lay. Record books have no record of what passed, of all the thousands that massed upon the fields of grass and rock. Time just ticked away on the clock. Brother, oh brother, I saw you die, yet rose not with me, I knew not why, till upon the heavenly road of gold, where he stood, and I was told, who thee were, and all thy purpose, how long you'd been on earthly surface. Journey of yours so soon complete, all enemies you shall defeat. I'll be here by your side, help you to know where they do hide. Evil deigns to know thy course, beware he upon darkest horse. None shall stop all that comes, even now all creation hums. Vibrations of the past and present, legions of angels continue their descent. One by one souls are reclaimed, amongst the darkness you've been named. Seek they shall to prevent completion of thy task beyond depletion. Of this the last of your lives, endlessly all evil connives. Trying to draw you off course, lies deception only get worse. Worry not, for armed you be, he gave you eyes to see. Truth they know you can detect, try as they might to reject. It must be spoken in thy presence, for you can see through all pretense. My friend, my brother, I name myself now to thee. Once gone from this life, you'll behold me. Marcus Pontius, I was born, upon a snowy windy morn, of Jewish mother, Roman father, could have hid it, but did not bother. Fled to Britannia to live free, no slavery they wished for me. Still they came to force their rule, you and I, they did not fool. Knew their ways and deceit, will not allow them to defeat. Those we gathered upon the field, to the death we would not yield. Magnar and I, two light of like mind, rather die free than hands to bind. Many years have passed hence, many lives amidst all circumstance. Alathiel, thy name I now know, I'll be with you where all you go. I and the others, some yet unknown, together with those whom you've been shown. Safe within our armor of light, nothing can penetrate of the night. I shall be with you in thy descent, to rescue those from whom you were sent. For whom you were sent. Victory shall be ours, not as before, but this is God's holy war. A lot of information for me, about me, in there. I'll go through it real quick. Under the hills of Moran Akmar, this is the place where this war was, this battle was. We marched away to war. Side by side we took our parts, following that which lies in our hearts. And speaking to me, you and your sword, he's talking about my sword of light that all his servants have, or an actual sword, or both. Your truth and your word, which are weapons, tools that the Lord gives me. He's telling me that he died before me, but he left this world free. So we're fighting not to be enslaved again. Slaves no longer, we fought and died. Many a mother that day cried, thousands upon thousands at by the war's end. So it was quite a large battle in a war. Father and brother, enemy and friend. What the cost, no one could say. We paid it full upon that day. We both were firm in our belief to take back our lives from the thief. Somebody was trying to enslave us. We weren't going to allow that to happen. No man can own another man. So it's all about slavery. This was not part of God's plan. Brother to brother, my friend, from the beginning to the end, long ago places, so many faces, lay dead and dismembered, and yet no one remembered. So this is a battle, a war that not really remembered, that God's kind of covered up. Try as they might to find any evidence of what passed that day, hidden away by divine providence, by God, left to rot where we lay. So there's not really any record of it. Record books have no record of what passed. Of all the thousands that massed upon the fields of grass and rock, time just ticked away on the clock. So God hid this for whatever reason. Brother, oh brother, I saw you die. He saw me die after he died. So his spirit was there. He saw me die. Yet rose not with me, and I knew not why. So he didn't know. Till upon the heavenly road of gold, he's in heaven, on the way there, where he stood, to be Jesus, and I was told who thee were, or who I was, and all of my purpose, of thy purpose, how long you'd been on the earthly surface. So he's being made aware of who I actually was, Alathiel. Journey of yours so soon complete, all enemies you shall defeat. Telling me that I'll be here by your side, which he is, and he helps others that I send him off to help. Maybe you that I send him to help. Help you to know where I'll be here by your side, help you to know where they do hide, talking about darkness. Evil deigns know that course, that they seek to know where I'm going in my every step. Beware of he upon darkest horse. None shall stop all that comes, even now all creation hums. Vibrations of the past and present, legions of angels continue their descent. So past and present, it's all going to, future, all coming together, because again, there's no time or space with God. Legions of angels continue their descent. One by one, souls are reclaimed. Amongst the darkness, you've been named. So they know me. Everybody in darkness knows who I am. And there's others gifted and chosen, other servants of Christ. They know their names as well. I'm not anything special. Seek they shall to prevent the completion of thy task beyond depletion. Because they know my final task. Of this, the last of your lives, this is my last life, which I know, endlessly all evil connives, trying to draw you off course, using lies and deception only get worse, which means they're attacking me more and more and more, through people, through things, through places, physical, spiritual nature, but I also get stronger, which is why I've told everybody that the more you grow in light, the bigger the bullseye on your back, the more they're going to attack you, because you're a bigger fish to catch, bigger righteous fish. But you're also getting stronger and have more help and protection. So it just seems like you're not getting anywhere, that you're not making any progress, because they're trying to beat you down. But no, you are. You've increased the level of attacks, the severity of the attacks, and strength of the attacks, but you're stronger. So it just seems, there's the illusion that you're not getting anywhere. So don't be bothered by that. Worry not, for armed you be, he gave you eyes to see. Truth they know you can detect. Again, I ask for discernment of his word and truth, and of darkness and of deceptions. And they have to speak the truth to me. Try as they might to reject, it must be spoken in thy presence. They must speak the truth in my presence. And that's a gift and a power that only comes from God, the Lord, the Holy Mother, to certain of her servants. So they have to speak the truth. You see anybody that Jesus and others back then who cleanse someone of demons, they tell them, name thyself. They have to speak the truth. Who are you? They have to say. For you can see through all pretense, and I can detect, like somebody's going to light or somebody's hanging around in spirit. I can tell, or a physical person. Why I can see, why a gift of what I can see in people's eyes in a picture and tell what's going on inside them, or who or what's inside them. If they're controlled by darkness, have any darkness in them, it can't hide, no matter how old the picture is. I can look at an old picture of somebody, and there's darkness. I've seen darkness in an old picture of somebody, and it's snarling at me, lashing out at me from their eyes, even though the picture was taken back in time. Again, there is no time for darkness either, so they're still there. My friend, my brother, I name myself now to thee. Once gone from this life, you'll behold me. He tells me his name, Marcus or Marcus Pontius. That's Latin or Roman. I was born upon a snowy, windy morn of Jewish mother and Roman father. And they could have hid it, but they didn't bother, so they fled. They fled wherever in the Roman Empire they were at. They fled to Britannia to live free. No slavery they wished for me. And still they came to force their rule, so Romans came in stronger force and tried to enslave them again. It wasn't going to happen. That's what this battle and this war was about. So you and I did not fool. They did not fool. Knew their ways and deceit would not allow them to defeat. So those we gathered upon the field, to the death we would not yield. Magnar and I, two of like minds. So he's telling me my name then. It's Magnar, which sounds Viking or Scandinavian. Saxon maybe. Rather die free than hands to bind. Many years have passed hence, many lives amidst all circumstance. Tell me how many lives I've had. All kinds of circumstances. Alathiel, tell me my name. A name I now know. I'll be with you where all you go. I and the others, some yet unknown. So I don't know all the names of all. And I've learned some more names of those around me since this time. Together with those whom you've been shown, that I do know of, safe within our armor of light, nothing can penetrate of the night. Darkness can't penetrate any armor that the Lord gives you because it's forged in heaven. The sword of light that he gives his servants can penetrate anything. I shall be with you in thy descent to rescue those for whom you were sent. And that's again talking about going to the pit to rescue Lot and whoever else is down there, which I don't know the names yet until after I'm free of this life. Victory shall be ours, not as before in this battle he was talking about, for this is God's holy war. So it's very interesting. Informative message for me. I'll get some other ones like that I'm going to share this week. Now I want to mention a couple quick things before this video gets too long. I know I've talked about making that donation, that sin and guilt offering at night, offering all you burdens and sin and guilt of the day, all that's still inside you, up to the Lord each night. It's the ultimate charitable act of gift of tithing, where you're giving that, it's taken by the angels and transformed into good that'll help those poor in spirit, poor in heart, poor in soul. So it's a wonderful opportunity to save a soul. Each time you do it, you're contributing to saving a soul. Now, charity must be unconditional. Like God, anything of God is unconditional. So charity must be unconditional. And I've mentioned this before also. When somebody comes upon you and you're asking for money or you're moved to give it, don't worry about what they do with it. Because charity or gift of charity, a gift must be unconditional. When you get somebody a gift for Christmas or birthday, do you want to give it to them under the conditions, okay, you're going to take care of it, or you're going to use it for this, you use it for that, otherwise I'm not giving it. Then it's not a gift. Charity is a gift, so it should have no conditions to it. Once it leaves your hand, I give somebody something, once it leaves my hand, it doesn't exist. I don't care what they do with it. It's not my concern. So if it's charity, what you're given is between them and God, what they do with it. So that's true charity. So charity with conditions, is conditional, or has some intent to it, and what you want them to do with it, is not true charity. must be unconditional. God loves you unconditionally. He gives you all sorts of gifts and all your needs unconditionally. So who are we to put conditions upon our gifts, our charitable gifts? Serving God is free, not for a fee. Yet many work for these charitable organizations: American Cancer Society, Goodwill, Diabetes Association, all those. By law, anybody who runs those organizations, in this country anyways, by law, IRS, they have to have a title, they have to have a salary. How much that salary is, IRS doesn't stipulate that. But they want to have good people, so to recruit them, like with any organization, any corporation, they want to pay top dollar. So to keep that in mind, when you're thinking about handing somebody on the street some money, well, they're going to use it entirely for them. Again, it doesn't matter what they do with it, that's not your concern. But they're going to use all of it. It's going to go towards them for their use. Well, you're giving money to these charitable organizations, which is good, but keep in mind that they have overhead, salaries, printing costs, advertising costs, office buildings, locations. That's a lot of overhead. So for every dollar you give somebody on the street, they're going to use that dollar. For every dollar you give a charitable organization, what you intended it for, maybe half of it is going to go towards what you intended it for. So that's something to keep in mind next time somebody comes upon you and you move to donate, or they're asking for some money directly for them. So I'd rather give money cash to somebody one-on-one, and they're going to use it. Again, if they don't use it for what I prefer they use it to, it's not my business. But it's theirs to use all of it versus given to an actual organization and they don't use that much of it. They don't see that much of it. So let's keep that in mind for the future. And one other thing, quick thing, I know I've talked about, I just thought about this today, or planted in my mind, is how when we're aware of darkness is around, or we feel its presence or its heaviness on us or in us, or we've committed a wrong or sinned, we just rebuke and banish, offer up to the Lord, send it to the pit, darkness, and then you can just tell it, says, hey darkness, hey devil, no room at the inn. This is they told Joseph and Mary when Jesus was trying to come into this world. Oh, sorry, no room at the inn. You say that to the devil. Hey, there's no room at the inn, and you being the inn, the hotel, the tavern, or whatever, not the tavern, but the motel, whatever you want to call it, motor lodge, motor inn. Hey, guess what? There's no room here, no vacancies for you. It's all booked up, taken up by Jesus, by the light. So rebuke and banish, name and blood of Jesus Christ, blood of the Lamb. Sorry, no room at the inn, devil. Throw that in his face. That, everybody has a good evening, rest of your day, wherever you're at, good day, and God bless.